Good day to all of you. I am Dr. Praveen Gulabrao Maske, Associate Professor in Department of General Medicine in Konasima Institute of Medical Science and Research Foundation, Amlapuram, Andhra Pradesh, India. I am thankful to organizer for giving us opportunity to present our study in World Summit in 2020. Our study is regarding the prevalence of isolated vitamin B12 deficiency related dementia in patient presenting to a tertiary care hospital. As an introduction, dementia is an acquired impairment of memory, intellectual functioning, and is not associated with the fluctuation in a level of consciousness. It is frequent problem in elderly above 50 years with prevalence with increasing the age. It is one of the major causes of morbidity in the elderly. In this, vitamin B12 deficiency is a treatable one which can cause isolated dementia and that it can be coexisting factor in other irreversible dementia. As an epidemiological aspect, the prevalence of dementia worldwide increases twice in every 5 years of life after the age of 65. The total number of people with dementia in the world is 11 million in 1980, 18 million in 2000 and is likely to increase up to 34 million by 2025. By 2025, in developing world, maybe 71 people may be suffering from dementia. Epidemiology of B12 deficiency and dementia. The worldwide, in one of the study done in US, out of total 181 outpatient with dementia, the frequency of B12 deficiency was 25%. Another important fact that many patients with B12 deficiency associated with Alzheimer's or vascular dementia. About the Indian scenario, the B12 deficiency, the data seems to be limited, but the observation found the B12 deficiency is most common in northern India. And one more study, that is a Yagnik study, suggests that vegetarian diet people have more prevalence of the condition than a non-vegetarian group of people. Elderly people with B12 deficiency, mild usually subclinical cobalamin deficiency appears to occur with increased frequency in elderly. In a population-based cross-sectional study in UK, is 5% dementia patient in 65 to 74 years of the age and 10% in more than 75 years of the age, and majority of them had dementia. About the laboratory diagnosis of B12 deficiency can be diagnosed by hematological test by direct demonstration of vitamin B12 level in the plasma and by other tests. Coming to peripheral smear, the mean corpuscular volume increase in the size of the RBC denotes the megaloblastic anemia. The hypersegmented neutrophil is a pathognomic feature for B12 deficiency and presence of occasional megaloblast. Direct demonstration of serum vitamin B12 level will give mild, moderate and severe deficiency. Here, vitamin B12 deficiency may be falsely increased in myeloproliferative disorder or some hepatic dysfunction. Other tests like measurement of methylmalonic acid and homocysteine level, intrinsic factor antibody levels, Schilling test and bone marrow aspiration can be done to diagnose vitamin B12 deficiency. Coming to treatment part, the treatment either parenteral or oral replacement with vitamin B12 will correct the abnormality. For example, pernicious anemia is an autoimmune anemia where there is a atrophic gastritis requires continuous parenteral supplementation with the B12. Coming to neurological recovery by a prognostic way, the greatest improvement occur in those patients whose gait disturbance has been present for less than 6 months. Recovery may be complete if therapy instituted within few weeks after the onset of symptoms. All neurological symptoms and signs may improve, mostly during the first 3 to 6 months of therapy. Now, my co-author, Dr. Pranavendra Nathila, will continue the presentation further. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I am Dr. Pranavendranath Seela, resident doctor in Department of Internal Medicine. I'm going to continue my presentation. Screening tools for dementia. Firstly, mini mental state examination score. And this is the score we used for our study. It took 7 minutes to perform the score, and a maximum score is 30 points. Less than 24 points is considered or suggestive of dementia or delirium. Its sensitivity is of 87% and specificity is of 88%. Other brief cognitive assessments. Mini-cog, it's a 3 minutes assessment test. Informative or informant interview. Short portable mini mental questionnaire. Clock drawing. Methods. This is a prospective cohort study which was done in our reputed college, Konosima Institute of Medical Sciences. This college is an 800-bed tertiary care hospital. We included the subjects from departments of internal medicine and neurology. Inclusion criteria. Elderly patient more than 60 years of age who are literate and had dementia as per mini mental state examination. Exclusion criteria. Excluded delirium presentation, recent vitamin B12 injections or chronic vitamin users, recent history of blood transfusions, constant bedridden, malnourished, multi-infarct dementias. All the patients who presented to OPD and IPD with complaints of dementia were included in the study and further evaluated with detailed history and examination. We also included lab investigation for the patients, which includes complete hemogram, peripheral blood smear, serum B12 and folate levels, and it were done by Biochem lab twice a month. By definition, severe B12 deficiency, where the B12 levels are less than 150 picomoles per liter, considered to be severe vitamin B12 deficiency, whereas levels between 150 to 200 picomoles per liter would indicate mild deficiency, and above 200 was considered normal. In our study, we have taken only severe B12 deficiency related, that is less than 150 picomoles per liter. Later, the patients were asked to come back for the follow-up after the duration of 6 to 8 weeks post-treatment with B12 therapy for a repeat mini mental state examination. Data analysis. Here we analyzed the prevalence of various dementias in elderly population presenting to our hospital, and severe B12 deficiency would be further classified as isolated B12 deficiency or associated with other irreversible causes. And the profile of B12 deficient patient also analyzed concerning their clinical presentation, lab values and dietary habits. We also analyzed the assessment of the improved scores after the treatment with B12 therapy for 6 to 8 weeks of period. Statistical analysis. We have included descriptive statistics calculated using software, and p-value less than 0.05 was considered statistically significant. All reported p-values are two-sided. Results. The age and sex distribution of the study population. Here, the total frequency accounts for 100%, out of which 60 to 69 years of age group people were about 70%, and out of 100%, only 6%, that is 6 patients, were more than 80 years of age. Duration of dementia. The average duration of dementia across all categories was found to be 38 months. and the longest was Alzheimer's, followed by mixed state, later multi-infarct disease, and finally B12 deficiency, accounting for 16 months. Frequency of clinical features. Symptoms included paresthesia, anorexia, hyperpigmentation, muscle weakness, imbalance, eye problems, psychiatric issues. Signs: pallor, glossitis, optic neuropathy, peripheral neuropathy, myelopathy, ataxia, hemiplegia. The most common finding in our study during examination was peripheral neuropathy followed by myelopathy. Other features like glossitis, neuropathy, ataxia, myelopathy are significant more in B12 deficient group. Final diagnosis, out of which all causes of dementia, the most frequent cause of dementia in our study was noted as two irreversible causes, mainly the Alzheimer's and multi-infarct dementia. The third most common was B12 deficiency, which was the commonest of among reversible dementias. Correlation between type of diet and B12 deficiency. 22 out of 26 B12 deficient patients were vegans, and as we know, the vegetarian diet predisposes to develop B12 deficiency, and it is more common in northern part of India. Correlation between peripheral blood smear and B12 deficiency, where the 18 patients out of 26 patients had megaloblastic picture, 3 patients had normal blood picture out of their B12 levels were deficient, 3 patients had a dimorphic picture, only 2 had hypochromic microcytic picture despite of their low B12 levels. MCV and B12 deficiency. It is interesting to note that 5 patients had average or low MCV with low B12 levels. Mini mental state examination scores differences. These scores were significantly lower in B12 deficiency patients as compared to Alzheimer's and multi-infarct state. Score analysis before and after the treatment with B12 injections. Most patients admitted to a hospital for initiating therapy, and rest were advised under the supervision of a physician and asked for the review after 6 to 8 weeks. 3 patients with B12 deficiency were lost to the follow-up, and mini mental state examination could not be measured. The best development was seen by 12 points in one patient, and least was 4 points in a patient who had concomitant multi-infarct state. The improvement in score after treatment was more marked in those with isolated B12 deficiency as compared to those with B12 deficiency associated with other comorbidities like multi-infarct disease and Alzheimer's. Discussion. This study was a prospective study, recruited 100 elderly people of age more than 60 years with dementia, and was studying or estimating the main prevalence of B12 deficiency among them as a main cause of dementia, simultaneously noting with examination mini mental state examination score after treatment. Some of the patient complained to inability to walk, muscle cramps, anorexia and paresthesia. Most commonest finding was peripheral neuropathy due to diabetes and vitamin B12 deficiency. In this study, we have noted majority of the patients were 60 to 68 years age group mainly involved, and out of them, predominantly 70% of them were males. Alzheimer's dementia was the most prolonged duration, with a mean of 76 months, followed by multi-infarct and finally B12 deficiency group. Cause of dementia: irreversible dementias and reversible dementias. Irreversible dementias accounting for 69% of the cases, and reversible dementias accounting for 20% of the cases in our study. Nearly 11% of the total cases were due to mixed reasons. Among the irreversible causes, the commonest was vascular dementia, accounting for 37.5%, most frequently in Indian population, followed by Alzheimer's disease, accounting for 20%. Mini mental state examination values. The average score value in our study population was 16, and majority of the patient, that is 90% of the patients, were between 14 to 20. Lowest score recorded for reversible dementia due to B12 deficiency, whereas the irreversible dementias had better scores. B12 deficient patient profile. This group accounted for 31% of cases and divided into two different causes: isolated B12 deficiency, which was 20%, and B12 deficiency associated with irreversible causes, accounting for 11%. Many patients complained of paresthesia, anorexia. All had dementia and majority had peripheral neuropathy, mainly sensory. Features of hemiplegia, myelopathy and optic atrophy are also seen. Laboratory features of vitamin B12 deficiency. In our study, B12 levels were taken as gold standard. Value less than 150 picomoles per liter was considered to be very low. In our study, all of those with B12 deficiencies, 5 patients had an average or low values of MCV, it is mean corpuscular volume. 3 cases showed normal, 3 cases showed dimorphic, and 2 cases showed hypochromic in PBS, peripheral blood smear. Changes after B12 therapy. There was a significant improvement in the scores by average of 7 points overall. Data suggests that in a patient with mixed etiology, the irreversible causes contributed more to the dementia than B12 deficiency. Symptoms like anorexia, peripheral neuropathy shown significant improvement after the treatment within 6 to 8 weeks of duration. There is no improvement noted in optic neuropathy patients. Conclusion. In our study population, vascular dementia accounting for 44% were more common than Alzheimer's. And distribution of reversible dementia was much higher actually than other studies, and the most common among these was isolated B12 deficiency, accounting for 20%. B12 deficiency seems to affect registration and calculation, whereas Alzheimer's seems to change orientation and recall. The average duration of the presentation was much shorter in B12 deficiency, which was 10 to 12 months. There was a significant improvement noted in the scores after the treatment with B12 therapy. The patient presented within 1 year of the symptoms. Hence, considering the improvement and high prevalence of B12 deficiency in the elderly population, we suggested that B12 levels are to be done in every elderly dementia patient, as it is a treatable cause and which affect the quality of life and patient's memory. Thank you one and all, and thank you for the organization to giving us a huge opportunity. Thank you so much.